Hello everyone, Apache here and welcome back to another very special episode of Raft Survival Game. Today we're going to be doing something very different. My test world, as you know, is set up with unlimited resources, and I want to show you today actually how you can get, essentially how to cheat the game, how to hack the game. So we're actually going to pull out of this window and we are going to, I'll exit the game now. And we're going to use a program called Cheat Engine. I will start the game back up just on the other monitor here in windowed mode so that we can get a smaller view of it. And we're going to use this program Cheat Engine. It's a very common program for they call it hacking games. It's not really, it's memory editing. And so we're going to open this program as well. I've created a backup of my main Apache game here. This is the survival game we've been playing. And on this list, if you press this button, you can see there's a list of all the processors that are running on the computer. And we're going to open up the Raft Win64.exe. The way this program works is you search for a specific value within that's within the game. And then when that value changes, you can change it back. There's also a speed hack here as well, which we'll talk about in a bit. So we're going to open up the backup so that we're not corrupting our main survival game here. And as you can see, when you click off the game, it does auto pause, which is handy. So if we open up this backup game here, you can see this is where I left off a couple of episodes ago now. You can see we've got the tree farm out here, and this is something I have not done in this thing yet. Let's just see what Steam wants. Nothing, that's okay. Just close that out. That's better. And just make sure we won't eat. We won't starve here. Okay. And so yeah, this game, Cheat Engine. So we know in slot 4 here we've got 2 coconuts, and so the first value we want to type in here is 2, and then we click on first scan, and you can see a list here, a load of number 2s. This is the memory addresses, so in the RAM where this number 2 is actually stored. This is the address which it's actually stored in. But now if we take that out of the slot, it's at 0. So if we change this to 0 and click on next scan, we can see a load of the 2s have changed to 0s. So this is now everything which was a 2 when we scanned before is now a 0. And these numbers, you can see some of them will change all the time. Others will remain static. The ones that remain static are the ones we want to know about, because that's the ones where when we put, say, this into here now, some of these will change to a 10. And essentially we want to find the memory address where this inventory slot is stored. So we go to next scan again, and now we have our list is shortened quite a lot. Take this out again, and you can already see some of these have changed. So if we take that down to 0 and next scan, we've got our value here. If we drag this down to the box at the bottom, we can actually change its description by double clicking on here, and we can say this is inventory slot 4. And so we've named our memory address now. And then if we put this back into here, so we've got a coconut in slot 4, you can see this value has automatically changed now to 2. That means we've definitely got the right one. If we double click on the value here now, we can change it. So now, if we add in a few million, I don't know, this doesn't change automatically, but you can see it's set it to the maximum amount the game will allow. That's kind of a hard limit set by the coding of the game. And now we can drag this up to here, and you can see we have a huge amount of coconuts here. And we can just spam on these. We get a load of palm seeds. But now that we have this slot 4, we know which address this is. We can put some wood into there, and change this value, so give us a few million of these, and bring that out. Get a load of so if we get some rope and put that into there, then we can change this and we can get a load of rope, bring that up into the inventory, and you can see this is how you get unlimited resources. So we're going to use this is a backup game today, so we're going to do something a little bit fun with the world that we built here. I'm going to save this game and log back in full screen so that we can actually have a play around with the building. The speed hacking is actually a very simple concept to explain. If we enable the speed hack here, we can see we have a speed. At the moment it's at 1 times speed. So as we're moving around, we will move at normal speed. And if we come down to the front here, it's the easiest way to show it as the flotsam and jetsam starts rolling in. So if we come back out of the game and we speed this up now to 2 and apply, in this game you can see now we're moving around a lot faster and the animations are going quicker, and essentially it just speeds up the entire it speeds up the CPU clock for the process. And so I'm actually going to drag these coconuts down because you quickly lose hunger and thirst in this game when you start taking it up to, say, level 20. So if we apply that now, this is auto paused, which is why it's really handy that it auto pauses. And if we run this now, you can see the game's running very quickly. We can move incredibly quickly around. The resources come in like crazy. It's very simple to stock up on resources. But you can also see, you can visibly see the food and water meters dropping very quickly. So you have to keep on top of the of your hunger and thirst. And that's pretty much all there is to speed hacking. Now we're going to go back into a full game mode and build for a bit. So now we've exited out of the game. Just close this down. You see this address is now question marks, because each game you play, each time you close the game and reopen it, the memory addresses will change. So that's one thing to bear in mind when you're doing this, that each time you run the game you'll have to do this all over again. There's no easy way of finding that specific slot without doing the kind of process of elimination as we did before. So I'll close out of this now and not save. So open this up again, and we'll go back into the backup world and play selected game. Okay, so we're back in and we still have all of these resources. So I've seen a few other people do this and I want to try it as well. We're gonna go right to the edge of the world and we're gonna jump off. That's pretty much what I want to do today. So this is a special episode. I haven't really planned any more to do on this game, but we're just going to run out here until we can't run anymore. And we're coming up on the edge now, and there we are. Oops, fallen off so many times on this. And there we are. One more, and there. And we are now over the edge of the world. You know, I've seen somebody, I know it is so tempting to jump down here, but I've seen someone actually jump off it and there is nothing down there at all. You just fall and fall and fall and fall. And so we can build out in the middle of space here. And so that's how people are doing the unlimited resources games. As I say, this is why I didn't want to do it on my playthrough, and won't be doing it on the survival series that I run, because it's just too easy to be able to ruin the game for yourself. So we can set up a large platform out here as well now. I just hope I don't fall off here. You can still see the little water splashes as well. They're actually part of the animation for the foundation, not for the water. Which is quite a clever idea, I think. It's a nice kind of rendering aspect, because these foundations are only ever supposed to be used in the water. It does confuse me why they've kind of done it like this, why there's so much land or so much available space to build, and yet the things spawn so close to the edge, or so close to your original starting spot. If they started spawning right back here, then there'd be a reason to actually go out here. But as it is, there isn't. There's no reason to actually come out here apart from to do stuff like this. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.